Hi, and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff. So today we're going to build, or start building, the Lego AT-AT Walker. It made its first appearance in The Empire Strikes Back, which is episode 5. It's Lego set 75288. And this one comes with 6 minifigures, and it's got a total of 1,267 pieces. I'm excited to build this because I have 2 other versions of this. Now I know Lego made more than that, but I only have 2 different versions of it. And I look forward to building this and adding it to my collection. I know I'm a little late on this because this one came out last year. But better late than never. And let's start with bag number 1 here. Looks like a couple minifigures. And I hope, hey Greg, how you doing? And hello Jenny. I hope you guys are both having a good day. I had a decent day. First of all, the weather, it's only in the 80s here, which is a nice respite from the close to 100 degree temperatures that we've been having lately. And in addition to that, we had some rain yesterday and a little bit this morning, and that's much needed. We're in a drought here. So, try to get this guy here. Alright. And then next we got a snow trooper to make. I kind of wish they would have given these guys some capes. I think that would have been pretty cool, but hey, yeah, it's not too bad. And I'm thinking about getting the Bad Batch shuttle. Yeah, so am I. That one looks pretty cool. I have not watched it yet. But Greg, I understand, I think it was you that said in the last live stream you've watched an episode. Have you watched any more episodes since the last live stream? And also had an interesting sale today. I had a guy purchase all of these little tools right here, and it said that he's ordered for me like 7 times or something. So I took a look at some of the other orders. Now Bricklink only keeps them for 6 months, so if it goes beyond that, you just don't have that information anymore. But 3 of his orders has not been more than 6 months. So I took a look at it. And every time that guy buys from me, he ends up buying all these little tools right here. And so I'm grateful for somebody like that, because sometimes I end up with 200 or 300 of those before anybody buys them. And I don't like keeping them, but what am I going to do with them? Just throw them away? So I'm grateful that somebody has a need for them. I'm not sure what the need is, but hey, as long as they disappear. That's pretty cool. I'm liking this already. I can't remember the name of this gun. They called it in Empire Strikes Back, but I loved it when they unboxed that thing and started shooting it. So there's been, like I said, that interesting order today of all those little tools. The only thing I wish is that I wish I would have listed the rest of them I have, because I've got about 24 of them floating around this room that I never used. So technically I could sell them as new. That'd be fun. And in addition is my granddaughter's birthday. Hey John, how you doing? My granddaughter's birthday is coming up really soon, in about 2 weeks. And We were planning on going on to Disneyland, but I think our plans have changed. I think instead we're gonna head up to what's called Bear Lake, and rent a boat and spend the day out there. And how's your day, John? Yes, please hit the like button. I would have certainly appreciate that. It's kind of like the free form of payment you can give me for doing these videos. Because the more likes a video gets, the more the algorithm thinks people find it interesting, and it'll throw this video out there to new users, which helps grow the channel. So I appreciate that. And then, in fact, from what I've heard on all the platforms that I've read, is hitting a like button is the quickest way to get the algorithm to notice your videos and to get it to suggest it to other people. So that would certainly be appreciated. And like I said, John, I hope you've had a good day. My day was definitely not bad at work. I can't qualify it as great though, but it wasn't bad, and you know, considering all the things that have been going on lately, a day like today, I do appreciate it. Yep, and share. Yes, that is true too. That also helps get this out to a new audience, sharing the video. And to the point to a point. Okay, went to crap. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, John. I mean, if you can share on here, I'd certainly be willing to listen. I promised my granddaughter after this live stream that we're going to the park, so that's what I'll be doing after this. And my phone line crapped out. Oh yeah, so I imagine you couldn't work after that. Or do you have a workaround, John? Are you able to do like Skype over the internet or something, or are you just out of commission when that happens? And how's your day going? Well, if you're talking to me, decent. If you're talking to John, not so decent. And Jenny, I haven't heard much from her other than the beginning where she said hello. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But we got our little speeder bike going. We've got a couple extra pieces here. Next, I'm going to push these aside. Got bag number 2 to start. John says I just had them program the calls to go to my cell phone. Well, that's good. You have a backup, and you know, cell phone plans today don't have minutes like they used to. So I remember back in the day they had minutes. That used to drive me nuts. And one thing I'm really grateful for in cell phones is oh, Jenny says I'm driving, I can't text. Okay, well, hopefully you're picking up something good to eat, or headed out to have some fun. Whatever the case is, thanks for joining. And I remember back in the day when long distance was a thing, and I always hated that because my dad being in the military, you know, we traveled, or we moved, and so I had friends all over and just never could feel like I got enough time to talk to them because of long distance charges. So that was nice that cell phones have done away with that. And John says, not out of commission because I can use a cell phone. I don't want to, but tomorrow might be fine. Okay. And John says, or Greg says, I've ordered the 1978 Halloween movie. Yeah, you know, I remember that movie. Um, my significant other's not into those. She doesn't like it when I watch those kind of movies, but I don't see anything wrong with them. I think they're great. Some of them don't even scare me; they just make me laugh. So, you know, we have a couple new people that joined. I can see, and thank you for joining. And hopefully you'll join the conversation as well. And Jenny says, I'm driving back to St. Mary's in Ohio to pick up my parents. Their vehicle broke down. Oh, wow. You know, it's been a few years since I lived in Ohio. And I lived in the Columbus area when I did. And if I remember right, Jenny, you're right on the border of Kentucky and Ohio. But I could be speaking wrong. I don't remember exactly. But I know you've mentioned something about Ohio, Kentucky before. And I kind of know where St. Mary's is. That's a far jog. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're there, and glad you're able to help them bail them out when they need it like that. Gee, I don't know what I would do if I was out that far, because I think if I don't quote me, but I think that St. Mary's is about 2.5, 3 hours from Cincinnati, Kentucky area. So that's a pretty far jog. And dang, if I broke down that far away, I don't know if I would know what to do or who to even call. And Greg says for Halloween Kills, yeah, I did like the movie. That is one of the horror films that I did like. It's not really horror, I don't think so. But yeah, that is one of the ones I like. And one of the ones I didn't like though was Jason. And then, of course, it's a whole different Friday the 13th series. But and I know I'll probably get some flack about that. But Friday the 13th, I get it was okay the first couple movies. What bothered me was I think the second one where he gets thrown out that barn and he's hanging, and then at the beginning of the third one he gets struck with lightning and all of a sudden he's back to life. I just thought that was really cheesy. I remember the first one. I don't even think Jason was a killer. I think it was his mom, if I remember right. Because she was trying to exact revenge because those kids were mean to him on the lake or something. But let's see. John says, how is this for cult classics? Wanderers and the Warriors. Yeah, those are some taking far back, John. What'd you like about those? Those two, the Wanderers and the Warriors. And John says, I've never seen any of the Friday the 13th. I think I stopped after number 3. Because I can't remember watching anything beyond that. I did like Scary Movie that made fun of all those scary movies. And I did see the It that came out about 5-6 years ago, maybe. And in fact, one of these days I'll have to find a way to share this. But in my parents' neighborhood, somebody thought it'd be funny to put the clown Pennywise, his head in a sewer. What do you call that? Gutter little drain thing, and somebody put a stroller outside of it with a baby doll being pulled out, and they left it there for Halloween, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I got a picture of that. The reboot is good. Yeah, I did like the reboot. Of course, I never saw the original. But yeah, I did see the reboot, and I would agree with you that it was good. I like how he can shape shift Pennywise, and I like how he shifts into his little brother. And I also, unlike a lot of horror films, well, that's where the character gets killed. He realizes that it's not his brother, and he does not fall for it and does not get killed. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, smart of him, because no offense, but sometimes these horror films are pretty predictable before the bad stuff happens. So that was nice that wasn't predictable for once. And John says Wanderers had the music and the Warriors had the moments. Okay, I'm not going to argue there. Or yeah, Scary Movie. And then there was Not Another Teen Movie. I think it was made by the same people. That was pretty good. This is not a horror film, but Shameless. That's one that I watched the whole entire series of. Of course, I think they just came out with another season, and I did not see that yet. But I saw all the seasons up until the most current one. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. Head for the Cemetery. Yep. I remember that. And yeah, Shameless is on Netflix, and I can't remember where else it's at, but yes, I have. Greg, have you watched The Nightmares on Elm Street? Yes, I have a brother-in-law who's very much into those movies. In fact, he's got some memorabilia, like this little doll that's about 1.5 feet tall, maybe 2 feet tall, and he's never taken them out of the box. But he's got that little string when you pull him, and he repeats phrases from the movie, the little Freddy Krueger doll. And yeah, I've seen them. And actually, those are the ones that I didn't find those to be scary. I thought they were more, maybe I'm just morbid, but I thought they were funny. The Nightmares on Elm Street. I guess they didn't have the effect that they were supposed to have on me, scaring me, because they sure didn't. And John says the commercial. Yep. Know the reference, John? And yeah. So maybe it's supposed to scare me, it just didn't. But Nightmare on Elm Street, that actually I posted on my Facebook a meme a while back where it's got Freddy Krueger sitting on a park bench, and it says "Never Stop Dreaming," and it's just my sixth sense of humor. I found a lot of humor in that. But I know Jenny's driving, but I hope you get to your parents okay, and I hope that they and you make it back safely to wherever it is. And I can't remember if it's Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati you live, but wherever it is, I hope you guys make it there and back. And I hope that their car isn't too bad off. I hope it's a simple fix. I think those are the worst, breaking down way far away from home. Had that happen a few times. I had a fuel pump go out of my van once. And, oh man, that was... Had the whole family in the car on that one. That was years and years ago, but still doesn't take away what happened. And I think that was the second time a fuel pump went out on that van of mine. That was the one I was telling you guys I owned for 14 years, and I used to tease and call it Lazarus because we brought that thing back from the dead so many times. Drove that thing so much. Man. But once I was done with that, that's when I got my truck. So it's not all bad that we don't have it anymore. Because getting my truck was a nice replacement. Alright, so now I got to figure out how this goes on there. I think I've got it. Yeah. Can't wait for No Time to Die to come out. James Bond. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man. And you know what's really funny is this little counter of how many people are watching. It said it fell to 0. And I was pretty sure it didn't go quite to 0. I'm pretty sure I'm not that boring. And if you do like the video, please hit the like button. I would certainly appreciate that. And this little thing is pretty screwy on Facebook. Or not Facebook, YouTube. And I was building some old sets today. in between work and this live stream, I was focusing on the Coast Guard sets that I have. I've got quite a few of those, and yeah, it was pretty fun to dish those things out and begin building them once again. And to my amazement, no missing pieces on the couple sets I did put together, so happy about that. And Greg, when does that thing come out? The No Time to Die. Are they? I thought that was already. If I remember, that's already a movie, right? So did they remake it? Is that it? And I've got 2 extra pieces here. So pardon me while I go back and try to figure out where I lost it. Of course, if you ask my wife, I lost it a long time ago. A little humor there. Yep, here we are. Okay. October 8th. That's actually, yeah. So, I got some news a little bit about my house hunting adventure. So I should have known this, but I didn't think about it. But I'm gonna have to put it on hold, because if you sell your house within 2 years of buying it, you have to pay the capital gains tax. And my house value has gone up so far, so fast, that I literally cannot sell it right now. Because I'm within 2 years, and I'm gonna owe $54,000 in capital gains tax if I sell it before the 2 years, which is going to be February. So the house hunting, I know what house I want, I know what builder I want. I just gotta wait for that to pass so that I don't have to take that big hit. And Nick's Brick by Nick say, I did a review on the AT-AT and it's a really good Lego set. Yes, I really like it. In fact, I bought it a couple months ago, and I've been meaning to get to it. Honestly, though, Lego has come out with so many new sets, and I wanted to do those as they came out, that I just kind of put it by the wayside. And I built, oh boy. I built the 2 other versions that I have of it, and I built them over 2 months ago, because I built them before my granddaughter got here, and she's been here 2 months now, over 2 months. So I've been anticipating this for a while, but you know what? Just couldn't get to it. And John, to answer your question, I can't. Will I be subjected to capital gains tax? Well, because I'm not a tax advisor, I do have to say this is for entertainment purposes only. But I will say this: verify what I'm saying with IRS.gov, and the short answer is probably not, because here's the rule. The rule, as you'll find on the website, is if you live in a house for 2 out of the last 5 years, in which I know you have, John, I know your situation. For a married couple, the first $500,000 of capital gains, or a gain on the sale, is not taxable and not subject to the capital gains tax. So I don't think your house has gone up that much, John. In fact, if I remember right from what you told me, it hasn't. So no, you probably most likely will not have to face that at all. And for those of you who don't know, my degree is in accounting. That does not make me a tax expert, but I do know a fair bit about taxes, which I'm surprised my viewership didn't drop to 0 when I said that, because that's a pretty boring subject. Please stay on here. I won't talk about it for very long. But But yes, my degree is in accounting, and I do my own taxes. I've only had it professionally done once, and that's when I was overseas in Germany, and the base there offered to do it for free. So their tax office. So I was like, what the heck? I might as well, you know, instead of me doing it this year. And that's the only time I've ever had somebody else do it for me. And John says we are well below that. We made some money, but not like that. Yeah, a lot of people are not subject to it because of that. And even if you're single, the rule is 250,000. But you guys are still, you know, you guys will still probably file jointly this year, or even if you file separately, I think you can still say you're married because you were married for part of the year or something. I don't know. Double check that on the IRS.gov because that rule I'm not 100% on. But yeah, even if you were single, John, and you had to file a single, the exemption is 250,000. So from my understanding, is you're well below that as well. So not worried about that. Yeah. Well, I've got plenty of plans for this channel. I've got a lot of old Lego sets that I want to, as Lego comes out with new ones, I compare that. In fact, that's one of my trademarks in this channel. And I don't mean trademark as an official trademark, I just mean one of the things you can count on my channel is that, like when I did the NASA Discovery, I went ahead and put out there old Lego sets that I have that are also the shuttle in space, like rockets, and so that's something I like to do. And also, when the holiday camper came out, I had like 8 or 9 campers that came out over the years, and I compared them. So trying to remember Ghostbusters, I did that with too, because I had a different version of Ecto 1, and oh, okay, cool. Sorry, can't talk and chew bubble gum at the same time here. So I like to do these comparisons, and I've done a couple others like that. And I will continue to do those as I have them. For instance, I've got quite a few of these cars over here. Oh shoot, I messed that up. Okay, well. Hopefully I can get this out. And divorce, single, we've always kept everything separate. Okay. Well, the exemption's still 250. So, like I said, John, I think you're good there. And Greg says my state only has sales and property tax. You know, that's the same thing with Florida. My daughter just moved from Florida here to Utah, and that was the same thing. She didn't have that. Now, unfortunately, I do have state sales tax here, and also, unfortunately, my employer, because I'm in Utah and they're based on the East Coast, they do not deduct anything for state. So every year, I end up owing the state a pretty hefty penny at the end of the year. And I don't like that. Now, I do save my money through the year, so it's not like it's a big hit. You know, like I can't eat for a couple weeks or something. And I think it's pretty obvious that I don't skip meals. So, you know, I don't have that problem, but I do have to save for it and then watch that balance drop when they take it out. So, not really that fun. Wish they would just take it out throughout the year and make it easier on me, but whatever. Oh, snap. I didn't do that right. And why do you think I suggested for my family to move here? Okay. Yeah. And if you get the Batmobile, it has 24 numbered bags. Wow. That kind of reminds me of Ninjago City Gardens. That one had over 20 on that one. That one was a beast to make, but I loved it, and I did the actual build of it, and I believe I did time lapse on that. So if you wanted to watch it, it's not as long as one of these per se. Well, John, I was going to say maybe another reason that you suggested your family move there is you're hoping one of them gets eaten by a crocodile or something. But I'm just joking. I know you know me well enough to know that even if I said it with a straight face, I'm not. I am just joking. And I saw this video actually on YouTube of a little alligator getting chased, and he got chased by a couple cranes. They chased him across the road, and then he turned around. They chased him back. And those cranes were upset with him for something. And I didn't think cranes, those things could easily get eaten by a crocodile, I would think. But sure enough, it's on video. It's real, man. They were chasing that thing back and forth across that road. So, not bad for 3,038 pieces. Yeah, is that the Ninjago Gardens or the Batmobile that's got the 3,000? But that Batmobile does look pretty cool. And one of the secondhand stores around here that sells Lego secondhand, they've got that Batmobile in it. I've been wanting to get it, but unfortunately, I think it's priced out of my league. So I am currently not actually looking for it. And how does this go on here? Oh, okay, I see. The Batmobile. Okay, yeah, the 3308. Okay, that's a lot of pieces. But I also like when they have a lot of pieces like that, Greg, because that means they also usually have a heck of a lot of detail to them, which makes them even cooler than just a plain old set with. Because I mean, you know, you can build a Batmobile if you wanted with 300 or 400 pieces. Now, I didn't say it'd be a fun set. I just, you know, you could get the basic outline of it, but to get a lot of detail, the higher the pieces are. And it's $250 at Lego. Okay. Well, I think they had it for $275, which makes them crazy for wanting to mark it up. But yeah, I've spent so much money on Lego that I think I think buying any Legos is out of my league right now. I do know there's a couple of new sets like the Adidas shoe coming out, and I do plan on getting that. And I don't know if you guys saw online, but somebody else did a different version of the Adidas shoe, and I have to admit, I like their version better. Okay, all right, well, if I wasn't talking so much, I wouldn't mess this up, but oh well, let's fix this up. John says, grin, nephew would get eaten. Okay. All right. See, I knew there was something about what I said. Ah, boy. I did it again. I put a piece where it didn't belong, and it's one of these little Technic half pins, so it makes it really nice and difficult, but that's my issue. Okay. Let's move right along here. And do you use ideas from other YouTubers? No. John, I do not. Sorry, I was reading Greg's comment at the same time I was trying to respond to yours, which is always a bad idea because, as you guys know, I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. So, no, John, I do watch other YouTubers, not as much anymore, just because time constraints. But no, I don't, because the thing is, like, there are some YouTubers that do custom builds and stuff, and I do like seeing those. But there's one guy in particular, I won't mention him, but he's got quite a bit of money to be doing it, and there's no way I could even begin to compete with his builds because the amount of money and the amount of subscribers he has to do such things. Now, I have grand ideas that I would like to do, but at the current time, there just isn't the funds to do the ideas. I have the Grand Lion Hotel, which I did 3 videos on, and that one I estimated the price the other day of how much it would take me to finish it, and I have to say, quite disappointingly, that that set would take $6,000 US to finish. So yeah, I don't really look at them too much. And Greg says your wallet and debit cards in the ICU. Yeah, they are, and they would be there because my wife would beat me senseless if I buy any more Legos right now. And if she watches this, she'll get a good chuckle out of that. So I personally think she wants to beat me senseless regardless if I buy Legos or not. But that's a whole other story. And you know, not that I'm promoting domestic violence either way, but either way, I think she does want to beat me senseless. I love him, but he has a 5-cent head. Well, I guess it's better than what Texans say about someone having a what do they say, a 25-gallon water head is what I think I've heard somebody call somebody once. Or he needed a 25-gallon hat, and I think they call them 5 gallons is the normal or something. I don't know. Help me out here, Greg. But I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard before. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, not trying to slow it. There we go. And then they want me to put a gear in here. But John, my main focus on this channel, although I do build a lot of these newer sets, eventually I want to build more on my city than anything else, because my city is absolutely custom, and I'm proud of my city. I'd like to do more, like I said, with it, but for the time being, I've got to be content with what I have. And because my city is almost 100% custom and all that, so sorry, but I'm gonna check that. My daughter. Okay, so they want me to drop this down the hole. Yep, I see why, because it goes underneath the belly, which allows Luke Skywalker to go up there with his lightsaber and cut a hole in it and drop some charges in there to blow it up. And I think that, oh yeah, sure enough, they've got a little gun here they want me to attach. So yeah, I'd like to focus more up on my city. Just right now, I don't really have the time to do it because the custom builds actually take a lot longer than these sets. And plus the fact that I don't have any funds to divert to the city right now. So it's just going to sit the way it is for a little bit. And plus the fact that if I do move here shortly, I'm going to have to destroy it to a certain... I'm going to have to tear it down to a certain point to move it. Because as it is, it won't fit through a door. So the city is definitely on hold for right now. I do hope that doesn't last for very long, but I will certainly keep you guys updated. And I was thinking about doing a video on it because I do have enough pieces to get the grand, the cafe corner, the first modular. The next 2 levels, one's customized, the other one's just the regular roof that came with the set. But I've got enough pieces to do the customized one, and so I'd like to do that. So maybe I'll do a video on that soon. Okay, cool. So we're getting there. But lots of grand ideas, just no time to do it. And I don't really have any, like, anybody who can really help me. Excuse me. Yeah, I really don't have anybody that can help me out right now. So it's all me, and taking care of the granddaughter. I love her to death, but you know, all of a sudden having a 2-year-old in your home will sap your time, and that's definitely what's going on over here. So I actually like how they did this here, adding this plate. And would you consider using CAD to design some of the city? Yeah, there actually is a Lego CAD that I have a copy of it, and there's LDD Draw, and then there's Studio IO, which is a free download by Bricklink, and it was part of Bricklink before Lego owned it. So yes, I would definitely, or I should say most definitely, have used some of those. In fact, that's how I designed my vending machine. And if you want to see my vending machine, I made a video called How to Build a Lego Vending Machine, and it's also how I, no, actually no, that one it was a free build, my ice maker. I have used programs before, John, and they do work marginally. Okay, so let's see how this works. Oh, I don't like how this worked because it didn't. Oh, this goes around the back. Oh man, thank goodness. Because I was wondering, like, I thought it went on this side, and I was like, oh, that's not working. What did I do wrong? Finally went to the movies in a 1.5 years last night. Well, cool, man. I hope you weren't scared to get out. I'm not making fun of anybody who legitimately is scared. I'm making fun of anybody. But I do understand the concern of not wanting to go to a movie during the COVID outbreak. But I'm glad that you were able to go out, and I hope you enjoyed yourself and didn't worry about things too much. And I mean that with sensitivity, because I do know and recognize that there are people who are legitimately afraid of the COVID virus, and I'm not making fun of you. I feel like you should, my honest opinion, I feel like you should do whatever it is that you feel to keep you safe. And I'm not going to make fun of you for whatever that choice is. And I also respect people who are not afraid of it. You know, it's to each his own. And at the end of the day, you're the one that's got to live with whatever choice you make. So, therefore, I'm not going to say one way or the other what I think should happen. And you got that right. I have to compete with time for my mom and a reminder that she is retired from raising kids. I'm ready to pass out, John says. Well, John, I hope you don't pass out. Okay, so the book was kind of blocking this here, and okay, I'm definitely missing something here. What did I? I did something. Oh, there it is. Well, John, I hope I'm not the one putting you to sleep. Sincerely, I hope I'm not. Okay, so this goes on the opposite side. That's what I was just working on. So let's... Oh, is that really how it goes? No. It does not go on the opposite side. Okay, so if it goes... Okay, I got it. I'm glad they drew these instructions slow because I don't read very fast. And if you're wondering about where that saying comes from, I heard that when I lived in Kentucky back in the 90s. Somebody said that about his own kid. He said, yeah, and he was making fun of him. He said, I write all my letters to my son slow because I know he can't read very fast. So some of that humor has remained with me because I enjoyed my 2 years I lived in the Kentucky area. There are some really good people out there, and they are really nice, and I enjoyed it. I mean, you know. And how's the weather up here? The weather is just freaking awesome, man. 80 degrees today compared to like the almost 100 we've had recently. And we got a little bit of rain, so that helps out because we're in the middle of a pretty decent drought out here. So real nice to get a little bit of rain. Helps my lawn out. I really feel bad because I planted it last year or put sod, and to be honest with you, it looks like crud because it looks like it's about ready to dying. And I'm not allowed to water but 30 minutes twice a week, which isn't enough for that lawn, so it's been dying off. And the little bit of rain we got, well, oh boy, well, I'll bet you it goes on this side too. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a boost, and a little bit of it, it's a little bit greener, so I hope we get some more rain. That would be pretty cool. Alright, so, oh, alright. I thought I was looking for another piece, but I'm not. Not have the 90, it is, here is 95 plus humidity, yes. I've been to the Corpus Christi area and to Austin. Now Austin I didn't think was that humid. Might have been just the time of year I was there. But Corpus Christi, my goodness, man. If you go outside for 20 minutes, you almost need to go inside and change your shirt. Yeah, I do remember that being just really hot and just yucky there. Of course, Corpus Christi is right there next to the Gulf of Mexico, so if I remember right, it's back in the 90s that I was there, and I wasn't there for very long, but, and I didn't live there, I was just visiting, so. I had a brother-in-law that lived in Corpus Christi for a while, and he never liked it there. I mean, he liked the people, but he just didn't like the humidity. And he was from California, where I was from, and well, we just don't get humidity like that out there. So, all right. So I messed that up. Glad I caught that. Let's get this done here. Don't have much left to go. Almost done with this bag, man. Okay, so this is where 3 bags will get you. 3 bags will get you to this point here. So, and John says, nope, chronic back pain. All right. I missed that comment, John. I apologize. But this is where 3 bags will get you. It'll get you the center portion of an AT-AT walker. Very happy with the front of the beginning of this, and this is obviously where the head goes. And I like how they put the little rubber piece here to make the head spring back to its original position as soon as you let go. That's something the other ones don't do that I have. I like how it seats 5. It's a 5-seater. No, if you've seen the cross-sectional, I think they carry 30 or 40 troops and 2 speeder bikes, but this one only has 1. But I understand, we're dealing with the constraints of money and time, so yeah, they scaled it down a little bit to make it more marketable. But anyway, this is as far as we've got. I'm going to end it here for tonight. I do appreciate you coming in and you know, visiting and watching this video. And Greg says that's the reason I'm moving to Dallas. It's dry heat up there. Yeah, Dallas, Fort Worth area. I've got a friend that lives there. Haven't talked to him for a while. Maybe I'll talk to him here soon. But yeah, it's a beautiful area, and it's actually quite sprawling. I call 35 splits to catch the two cities. But anyway, thank you for viewing. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Hit the like button. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to continue this build tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock my time, which is 10 Eastern. And I hope to see you there. And enjoy the rest of your evening, guys and gals.